No.
Yeah.
All right,
There's
looks
no
like
good
we're
reason.
live from what I can see. So, welcome to Opinion Planet Podcast. As usual, you can call in at our Discord in the description. Yes, the 21st day.
21st day of the 21st year of the 21st century.
There we go. And pretty soon it will be the 21st hour.
Yeah, true.
So,
You were saying?
I thought you were going to carry us right now because I'm just kind of making my way to my YouTube studio thing.
Imagine.
Which, yeah, by the way, we're not doing Twitch today because we're going to see if YouTube can handle my content because apparently Twitch couldn't. So we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, no, speaking of great questions, a coworker of mine, he's really fucking annoying, but he's been asking this same question for the past couple of days now. Do you think the United States of America is more of a patriarchal or a matriarchal society? I told him I don't really think it's either way. I don't think you could really classify it at the moment as either or. You can make cases for how it's leaning more towards one side, but I don't think we're so one-dimensional that you can just completely categorize the entire leadership of America in a single word.
Right. I don't even know what matriarchal means.
You know what patriarchal is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically male-dominated. Matriarchal is opposite, women-dominated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Well, so my first question, or my first topic that I wanted to discuss.
Oh, my bad, I forgot. There we go.
What do you think America is? Patriarchal or matriarchal?
Neither, really.
Yes.
Why? Is it working or what?
Oh yeah, we're all good.
Okay,
as far as I can tell.
You still have it in the background?
Yeah, I just have it muted.
Perfect. All right. So with that, we're definitely alive. But yeah, I'm not really sure because yeah, I feel like we're one of the most progressive countries out there compared to a lot of the other ones. A lot of the other Western countries.
Well, I'd say other Western countries. I'm thinking more so Europe specifically, but I'd say they're just about, if not more progressive than we as a country are. Definitely compared to Middle Eastern states, though, as well as, I guess maybe you could say some Eastern countries as well. I'd say America definitely ranks higher on the progression tier list, or progressive tier list. But, yeah, I think as the question itself, it's kind of dumb because it's not as black and white as
I know,
that.
from what I can see, honestly, it seems pretty equal in terms of gender equality. The only I feel like sometimes it might be talked about and thrown out there a lot, but from what I can see, there's no actual problems. People just like making something out of nothing or little. Like if somebody didn't get a job, they're just gonna blame it on their sex or something just because they didn't, just for an excuse when maybe it's because the other person is more qualified or they have a bad recommendation from a previous job or something.
The other person is just better suited, thus deserving more. Yeah.
Exactly, and people just like to be like, oh, it's because I'm a girl or whatever.
I don't want to interrupt, but I'm going to anyway. Check the video again. It's telling me that it's not going to maintain. I don't want to interrupt, but
It's going.
It looks fine to me, from what I can see.
Yeah.
It says that it's gonna viewers will experience buffering, but I mean, if you're not seeing buffering right now, and I'm not.
Yeah, no, I have the audio I'm quiet.
Okay, well, perfect. Whatever. You guys can continue.
When he asked the original question to me, I was more so thinking in official positions such as government and whatnot. I know what recently we have our first ever female vice president, Kamala Harris. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I
we
mean, I
also
don't think
have
that there's
her-
ways or things that are like really intervening obstacles for. I mean, if there's a woman that wants to be a president, there's going to be more people supporting it than against it.
You guys want to hear interesting conspiracy spirit? I can't say that word.
conspiracy.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
that.
let's change the topic.
On the whole vice president thing, about be like first vice president girl or girl vice president,
I'm sure I've heard it
uh,
before.
female vice president. I don't know.
I haven't heard of it. I'm kind of interested to hear it.
Well, this morning, my mom just told me someone told her, someone at work or something told her that apparently they have put her as vice president because Biden has um some kind of memory loss thing or something, and
Dementia. I've heard
they're
it.
gonna
Yeah, I've
deem
heard
him
it.
as unfit and then make
He has
her
dementia,
president.
and yeah, Kamala Harris will succeed him as the president. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah,
The same thing. It's. I mean, yeah, it's a possibility.
dude, if that
but-
happens, I think that would be kind of funny though. That like a man had to carry a woman to the first presidency.
If
I would carry that
I didn't
shit.
think of
if you
That's
look
neat.
at it that way, that is kind of sad, actually. Very sad.
Exactly. So it would really be more insulting than it would be, really helpful to her. But
You're right. It would kind of be like they're given the position more than they earned it. Oh, I'm sure they earned vice presidency and stuff, but still.
We're hearing a similar plot back in 2016 when Hillary was running it. She nominated Barack Obama as her vice president, and then she takes office, and then she's out of commission, and the DNC has Barack Obama back in office for a third term.
Wait, is that even possible?
I don't know. I remember hearing memes about it, but I'm not sure about the possibility of it actually happening within the U.S. confines.
Wait,
of the law.
wait. Like Obama running for a third term?
Well, he's not running for a third term. It's that he would be the vice president of Hillary Clinton.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I
She
heard
would be in office.
I heard something similar, like someone was theorizing, technically Biden could run for president, which he did. Like, I heard this before he even ran for president, and Obama could be the vice president. So it's like the same exact
Yeah,
thing. So they just kind of swapped. That would have been interesting.
that would have been, 8 years of nothing in terms of new ideas, really? Not really funny.
We got
Oh.
someone in the stream.
Oh.
Yeah, we have 3 viewers.
Well, one of them's me.
One of
them's
them's
also me.
you, and then one of them's you, and
Oh,
then that's
Molly.
And someone's in
Molly.
the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, what do you mean? That's Jim Bag Bob. We don't know who that
Fuck up.
is.
Yeah,
Bruh.
I was about to say the same thing.
Bob. But no, yeah, I feel like my coworkers, he's really fucking annoying. That kind of question. He constantly asks questions like those, or he just makes dumb fuck statements. I'm trying to think what's probably his worst one. Oh yeah, is butt cheeks 1 or 2 word?
2.
I don't care.
I'm supposed to say 1, so then I can say, oh, so we should probably spread them, make it 2, right? It's shit like that.
Yeah.
Constantly. I fucking.
See, I don't have those fucking.
He's older than me too.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's sad. I mean, is he aspiring for anything, or is he just working at McDonald's?
He was a manager at another fast food restaurant.
Okay, so that's nothing. Yeah, I don't get those people. I just get the fucking dumbasses that don't do their job and then just walk away and talk to other coworkers where they're supposed to be in the front, but they just go to the back anyway.
Dude, it's so annoying working fast food because half the people in there, actually more than half the people in there, just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Yeah, you kind of got to work together. So
That's honestly why I've started to somewhat prefer day side shifts as opposed to night side, because the difference in the workforce is that day side is filled with actual adults, and this is how they sustain their living by working at this job. So they take it much more seriously
Right.
because if they're bad at it or if they don't show up enough, then they won't have money to pay for essential things like food and whatnot. On night side, it is majority dominated by teenagers who are still living with their parents, so money for them is just extra spending cash for whatever shit they want to buy. And sometimes they can also be like, "Yeah, no, I'm good on money. I can call in. I don't need to do anything of value. I can just kind of wade through the days. I get cash anyhow."
Right. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
the younger you are, it's harder to find people that actually give a shit.
I mean, at my job, I'd never call in just because I have enough money. I mean, there'd be times where it's like, I don't care if you schedule me or not. Like, I don't need the money, but I'll always try my best. And yeah,
Interesting. I used to be like you, and then I realized that I have a lot of things I can abuse about the system, and I'm going to do so because why not?
well, I'm trying to
Um,
build a good uh,
Reputation for your
yeah,
future.
reputation.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, even still, what if you're thinking in terms of reputation only? Your sick history from one job, I don't really think, unless it's by a tremendous amount where you're basically calling in sick over 50% of your shifts, I don't really think that'd be the kind of thing to come up in other jobs, better jobs, basically.
Well, also, money is money, and I don't have to spend it. I can save it for college or buying a car, apartment, whatever, in like investments
Dude,
for
Definitely
the
put it
future.
in.
speaking of buying a car, I made a mistake, I guess.
What the fuck does
Oh
that
boy.
mean?
Uh, so this is kind of like going with what I already told you, Carter. Well, it is exactly what I already told you. I parked a car on the street,
Oh,
which, I didn't fucking know about. That it was only 24-hour parking. So I got a ticket. Those are always interesting. The fucking guy put the ticket on the driver's side of the door, which is obviously facing the road, so I didn't see it. So, like, I mean, I don't think I would have seen it anyway because I stayed inside for like a full day just working on school because the semester is wrapping up. Like, he shows up saying that, like, he's gonna, that I have to move my car and, that I should probably do it now, otherwise he's gonna have it towed and it's gonna cost $200 in the impound on top of your ticket. So
So
I
you're
told him, wait a fucking second. So I already have a ticket. And I tried like asking him like, okay, where is another spot I can park my car? And he basically just kind of brushed that off. It's just like, that's none of my business. And then I don't know. The whole transaction just felt like, okay, here's your ticket. Move your car, otherwise I'll get it towed. You're lucky that I'm telling you that. Wait, that was another
sounds
thing.
like he gets
He
it.
told me that I was lucky that he told me that he was going to get it towed otherwise, which I already
it
got it.
sounds like you were dealing with the personification of EA as a company in police officer form.
So, yeah, it was like he handed me the transaction was basically he gave me the ticket, said, okay, here's the ticket, move your car, have a good day. I couldn't get any like answers. Like, if he could have at least told me like, okay, like you can move it.
Here.
Here's some spots that you can move it like instead.
Nah, man, it's just so that if you do park in another wrong spot, he can be like, well, this is also a wrong spot. Ticket.
Yeah, there's cars that have been out there for like weeks, and then I think my mom was behind me. She brought that up, and then he said, "Well, they just got lucky." So it feels like I got fucking singled out there.
It's because you're a gamer, right? That's why. You're obsessed.
Gamers are front.
Apparently, gamers are a suppressed group now.
Dude, my story was so
Gamers
boring.
are
We lost a
suppressed.
viewer.
Bro, moment.
It was probably Jim Bake Bob.
Yeah. So yeah, I went downtown to go pay my ticket, and I made sure that I went to a legal parking spot because I was just so paranoid about, I don't want to mess up because, paying a $25 fine for parking is kind of like a punishment. Like, okay, you messed up. Here's your punishment. Now you know not to do it again. But for me, it's here, pay this, and if you do it again, you have to pay it again, which, I mean, I'm kind of stuck in a pickle because I have no other choice. Anyway, yeah, I was like, brought it down to a parking lot, so it was like, like a half mile away from the police station where I was going to pay it off. Went there, and apparently they only do checks if you do it in person.
Nice.
And then I realized on the ticket that I could have just called. This is all on me. I should have fucking read it, but I was just annoyed. So, on my way home, I stopped at every stop sign. I was pulled over anyway. That's like everyone's story, though. They're always going to remember that they're the ones who they stopped at every, or they were doing everything legally, which that's what I remember. But
what did they say that they pulled you over for? Or did
that I ran a stop sign in a particular road.
Yikes!
So I tried when he came back, I tried okay, what road was it on? Because I know there's one, because the area where I live is really hilly. So it's like a really steep hill. You take your foot off the brake, your car goes back a little bit. So I was thinking he might have saw like something like that, something fucky like that. And
yeah.
So, that officer, though, he wasn't actually that bad. He explained everything and kind of goes to show that you're more respected as a person if you act like a human being and then act, somebody else as a human being. So I had no problems with that one. And I think, he was nice. I'm sure he was just happy because I wasn't shoving a phone in his face or anything. So
I'm trying to think what the one encounter with. Well, I suppose I've had two encounters with the law enforcement where I was the primary, or one of the primary people. First one was when I was a kid. A friend and I were throwing rocks through an abandoned trailer. A neighbor saw us, and I tried to say, no, it wasn't me throwing rocks. It was just my friend.
He threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I remember this because we were going to get a Wii that year. It had just come out, and had to pay for the damage, or my mom had to pay for the damages for the window. And so it was kind of one of those, yeah, you cost me money, so now no one gets the Wii. That
Fair
one was
enough.
pretty fun. And then a second one happened a bit more recently. My friend and I, we were going to go steal a garbage can from a store. That's not important.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, we wanted one. We didn't have one yet, so we fuck it. Why not have a really cool looking one? At this point, I had consumed a special Rice Krispie that had strange magic properties to it. I don't exactly know how to describe them, but it was a very, very good Rice Krispie. So anyway, as we were walking, I think we were walking by B-Dubs, and we see the officer in the Aspen Dental parking lot. We figure, okay, we're on a mission, but we're just gonna go to a gas station, make it seem like we're acting natural and shit. Yeah, about 10 seconds after we thought that, he rolls up on us, sirens and whatnot, and the lights. I don't know if there were sirens. I know he had the lights on, definitely. But he just kind of rolls up, parks right in front of us, asks us, hey guys, what are you doing? So I think this happened in October, so it wasn't absolutely fucking winter-like conditions.
Right.
But I remember we both had our masks on while we were just walking outside. We had all black clothing on. And also, I can't remember, I think my friend had a hat that just looked like the kind of hat a fucking stereotypical criminal would wear. But he said that he stopped us because there had been an attempted break-in at a place not too far down the road a couple of days ago, and we looked the part. We looked sus, basically.
Oh yeah, because once you rob a place, you stick around and just walk around at night a couple days afterwards.
Yeah. So yeah, we just kind of told him no, we're just out for a gas station trip. We just wanted to get some snacks and shit. I remember I didn't have my ID on me at the time, so I was kind of wondering. That's yikes. Is this gonna fuck me over? But no, I just gave him my name, and he just kind of was like, yeah, you know. He didn't really say anything to us.
Yeah,
I'm guessing the message was just don't dress so fucking sus.
yeah. I mean, with those things, you have to be kind of wary about that. I think at one point, one of my family members was like accused of, like, he was driving a van and he was accused of, like, he looked suspicious, like, fucking. Dude, I don't fucking know. Like a predator or some shit. Like, they were looking for, like, a pedophile that had a similar van. And so the cop asked if he would sit in the car and then, kind of pose for the picture. Kind of like put the hands in the steering wheel seat. So he could take a picture and then he'll show the victim. And then if the victim remembers, then, he could go back. So I think basically what he said was fuck no, because people have shit memory. So
I mean,
if you have the option to
fair
say
enough,
no,
I
then
guess.
if you have the option to say no, then no.
Did he get in trouble for saying no?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Same with, like, if they ask you to search your car or something. You don't
I know
have to say.
that's the thing, but like, yeah. I was kind of wondering that too when he was talking about what happened to him if he could just say like not give his name up because it's like they didn't see him doing anything wrong.
Right. Yeah, that's
Oh,
just in case, they see it and are like, oh yeah, they kind of look like that. I think that one's the closest. And then all of a sudden you're in all sorts of fucking legal trouble.
I mean, yeah, for all you know, they could be like, oh, yep, that's the person. Like, I'm assuming they're not doing that stuff, but like, for all you know, they could just be like, oh, crime solved.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Anyway, after that whole debacle, I guess, after the whole pulled over thing, the car wouldn't fucking start, so I was sitting there for an hour waiting for it to start. It was a fun day. So, there's a couple more things, but, they're not as interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely not entertaining. Well, it was an entertaining day, but it wasn't a fun day. Very episodic and short-lived.
My day has been kind of interesting, more so lately now. When I woke up, I think I woke up at 11, finally got out of bed at 1. I love when that happened. But I remember nothing about the day was particularly eventful. I went shopping, got a fuck ton of groceries, which is nice. The interesting part of the day happened when I was going to the smoke shop. Friends and I were driving there. We get into the parking lot, and as soon as we get out, a group of teenage girls asks our driver, "Hey, if I give you money, can you go inside and buy me something?" He immediately deflects that question onto me. I said, "Sure, fuck it, why not?" I have no idea who the hell she was, but yeah, that was kind of interesting. Went in there, bought what she wanted, told her once we got back, yeah, enjoy nicotine.
Well then,
You just admitted to a crime on recording.
Yeah.
Congratulations. The police are coming to your house right now.
do
So
people
I was
smoke
thinking
weed
about
on
this actually.
on podcasts? I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
was
I'm
thinking
sure.
about this actually. We have notorious people. Like the first one that came to mind was Snoop Dogg. This man, that he smokes a fuck ton every day, and that he has done a lot of drugs in his past. A bunch of celebrities from the '80s and whatnot all have admitted to trying things like cocaine, uh, other fucking.
To be fair, they're in the media industry, so you don't know what fucking sketchy shit they're doing.
What?
You don't know, just going with the conspiracy theory loophole, rabbit
What?
hole, not loophole, of they're part of the media.
I guess you can go with that. The fact that they're immune from the law because they have celebrity status.
Yeah, exactly.
Therefore, I wouldn't be. But I was also thinking, even other somewhat famous, but not to that celebrity level, other podcasts like the Misfits podcast. They've openly talked about times they've done drugs, too many bad experiences and whatnot. So
Right.
I don't. I thought about this before, even mentioning this topic, but
Yeah, I really don't
I
think
feel
it's incriminating at all.
But
But
the thing that I regret most is that I did not ask for her Snapchat. One, because not gonna lie, she was kind of cute, and two, because she was with a group of friends and none of them could go in. So that's 4 customers right there in the future.
dude,
If I ever wanted more.
I would never date someone who smokes. That's nasty.
Well, then
I
I
agree
think
with
you'll
that.
interesting.
But I mean, if you're doing it, then I guess
Well, okay. I
it
have
doesn't
some
really matter.
standards. Smoking tobacco, straight cigarettes, I don't know. Vaping, I don't really give a shit. I really don't care.
Yeah, I see that.
I mean, they're the same thing, but yeah,
No.
yeah, they are.
No,
It's,
they're not really. They're
Like
completely.
tobacco,
they
your
do the
breath
same thing.
stinks so bad.
I don't know. I don't think so.
They do the same thing to you. It's
Cite your
one's
sources.
not better than the other.
Cite your sources.
So I'm gonna end that there. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of change the subject. Recently in school, I've been working on some shit. I think it's in Spanish class, but we're supposed to kind of talk about our daily routines. Yeah, everyone that I've seen so far talk about their daily routines. They're full of shit.
What do you mean?
Everyone fucking says, yeah, I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, go for a run, do some fucking exercises, eat a small hearty meal. And then
They did not say that.
That sounds like what you
I'm
would describe.
exaggerating, but that's what everyone says for their daily routines. They want to sound like way better than they actually are. Everyone who says their daily routines is full of shit. They say their ideal life, what they wish they could be. They don't actually say, okay, I wake up 9:30, I jack off till 12, and then I make myself some lunch, breakfast, whatever the fuck, and then I jack off again, and then I start getting ready for my night shift at work. No, it's all this. I wake up at 3 in the morning because some Navy SEAL told me to. I go for a run. I do some pull-ups. Do some T25.
I think, Jason, what we have is a case of jealousy for other people's proactivity in their life.
No, I have a great daily routine. I have fucking 5 exercises I do in the morning. But I'm just saying these people are just super exaggerating what they do. And it really, they don't look the part.
What do you do for your daily routine then?
My daily routine.
Yeah.
Most days for school, I wake up at 9, way later than I want it to be. I'm working on it. And then I started off with, I've been upping these. So far I'm at 70 crunches, 55 push-ups, 20 jumping push-ups, 10 burpees, 3 pull-ups. Not amazing, but I'm getting up there. At the end of the day, I go for a run, but I do school until I have to go to work, and then go for a run. That's pretty much it. Nothing fantastic, amazing, wonderful, but all I need to do is just wake up earlier, and my daily routine is great. So it's not jealousy; it's just all these people don't look the part of their life is so organized.
Oh yeah, you're still online, aren't you? So that's why you can sleep until 9.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that I have too much freedom right now, and I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I'm back to in school.
You think you have too much freedom? Just wait till you get out of school. You won't know what the fuck to do with all your time.
Yeah, just wait till you get out of school, then you have bills to pay and you're in debt because you're bad.
I'm not in debt.
I'm not saying you.
Yeah,
are,
'cause
I'm
you're
just
working at
saying it's
McDonald's.
possible.
Yeah, the school I'm looking
It
into
works.
is gonna really sink me into debt, and they're very strict, so there's not gonna be any partying. But the area itself is very distracting. Like there's a racetrack right next to it. There's a beach not too far away from it, right next to the ocean.
Why willing to put yourself in debt for that?
What?
To get a job that pays way better than McDonald's.
Is there any guarantee of that though?
No, there isn't.
I
But
mean,
I'd rather play my cards towards that. And I have backup
You better-
plans. I have plan A's, C, B's, C's, D's, so on. It's
I mean,
not
even
just.
if you don't get a,
I don't need to go to
Sorry.
college. If I chose that I didn't need to for what I want to do, I wouldn't do it. What I want to do requires me to get a bachelor's degree. So it's not just doing it and just following the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I'm just going for like a 2-year. Well, I plan on to at least.
Well, then, have you applied?
I'm doing that soon. I'm only going to Ridgewater, so it's not the big of a deal.
Okay, well, you need to apply soon. It's not guaranteed if
I
it's
know I
this
will
late.
be. Well, I didn't even know what I wanted to do until like 3 days ago.
Well, perfect. And
Right.
also, you announced that you're going to college of one of two locations. So, congratulations.
Considering the fact that I also mentioned B-dubs and
Yeah,
Ashton
in
Dental Park.
Canada, dude, come on.
Yeah, it's gonna be so easy once we get famous for pizza locators.
We're gonna
Why don't I
get.
just spell out our zip code really quick here?
728 920.
55350.
That's your own. Elijah and I have a different zip code.
True.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, mine is 1782.
Say your fucking address and social security on here right now.
All right, 7782170 100.
Awesome.
7
Speaking of which,
B.
who did their taxes already?
I haven't got my forms yet.
Same.
I got mine a month before IRS starts filing, so I already did them. I'm just waiting on the IRS now, which is kind of ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Tax season is somewhat near.
See, I'm a legal citizen.
I am as well.
Me too.
I wasn't
Okay.
really saying any of you weren't, but
Well, it kind of sounded like you were.
Well, I mean, after he said it, I almost felt required to. If like I just said nothing, then be suspicious.
oh,
Same,
recently,
Yeah.
recently I've been falling into some YouTube rabbit holes, and one of them, for some reason, just yesterday, when I had two encounters with officers, conveniently, I got bait car videos. Do you know what those are?
Nope.
No.
A bait car is like a car that the police set out that if you steal it,
Oh.
yeah, and then it has a camera in it, so those are interesting. At the end of it, though, it says steal a bait car, go to jail. So I always just, then okay, I won't steal a bait car. I'll just make sure to steal a
Just
regular
steal
car
them.
and I won't go to jail. That's what it feels like.
Good one. I mean, is there any way to identify a bait car?
No.
Yeah, cars that are too good for the area that look suspiciously too easy to get.
Well, that too. If you have like intuition with it, I guess. I mean, or you could spot the camera, but most of the time if you're stealing a car, your mind's racing or you're like on drugs and shit. So you're not going to be paying attention to a lot of small details. Or you're
Yeah.
retarded.
Yeah. I mean, if you're stealing cars, might as well be.
Yeah, not the brightest people, but I mean they're down to the dumps. I'm sure they haven't had the greatest life, but it's hard to sympathize
They
with.
probably have
people
their
that-
sob story.
Yeah, it's hard to sympathize with people that do that shit.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want to, I'm sure you can. You always can, but
Well, yeah, but everyone has their shit, though. The person they're stealing from has their shit. Everyone has shit they're dealing with. So,
I mean, yeah, the person who you just stole the person's car you stole, they're not gonna be like, oh, well, I understand. You're homeless or you just lost your job or something. You need money. Oh, okay, yeah, steal my car. I don't need it. Yeah, no one's gonna be like that.
You never know.
yeah, what if...
Most people aren't gonna be like that.
Well, I don't know. You can never underestimate the generosity of strangers. Like, just for today's example, I think I was a pretty generous stranger. All right,
I doubt it.
bruh.
He literally just told the story.
If have you been listening to this to what I've been saying at all, or do you just tune me out?
Probably a little bit of both.
I'm hurt.
Dude, I'm just saying, if you steal a city bus, the city might let you have it.
Stole something from Walmart. They let me have it.
Jesus
Actually.
Christ.
Yeah.
Let's hear
Nah,
the story.
I made it my New Year's resolution. Every time I go there, one thing.
Jesus Christ.
Did not.
It's the opposite of what you want your
I
New
gotta-
Year's resolution to be.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a habit that I know I can consistently engage
Okay.
in, and that it's easy to do so.
Oh.
So I can be
Okay, when
I can fulfill my resolution.
When I was saying the city will let you have the bus, it's they acknowledged that you stole it. Do they know that you stole it? And then they said, oh, okay, well, you're already outside, so...
They might. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's one of those things for cleaning like under your nails with all the dirt and shit that accumulates.
What the fuck is that?
A lot of shit goes on.
Just wash your hands.
No, it's like
Clip your nails.
it's
Yeah.
it's under the nail, you fucktard.
Under the nail?
I have long
Clip your nails and
I
wash
have
your
long
hands.
I have long nails. I do wash my fucking hands. I work at a job that requires that you wash it every 30 fucking minutes. Do you know how annoying that shit is? When you're in kitchen, you have to change your fucking gloves and they're sweaty, then you have to put the gloves back on and it doesn't fucking work because your hands are wet.
Clip your
I
nails.
understand. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like having.
I haven't had-
opening pop.
It's really hard to get gunk under your nails if you're like clipping it weekly.
Well, yeah, but I'm not clipping it weekly.
Then clip it weekly. You
Why
know,
would-
bi-weekly.
why would-
You're right. Bi-weekly.
No, I have a better solution. I can just steal
Every
shit
day?
from Walmart and then use it to. Yeah, honestly, if I went every day, then yeah, it would be every day.
Why? I'm just... You know what? Surprisingly, I don't have a problem with you stealing, but it's the fucking product. How can someone come out and sell shit that its intended use is to clean under the fucking nails? It's like an unneeded fucking market, but the fact that it sounds like they're up and running and they're good on sale just boggles my mind.
I can't remember what they're called, but those nail extensions, like the ones make them really longer, shit can get under those really easy. That you might just not be able to wash off.
Yeah.
So
You
I
have
mean,
nail
use those-
extenders?
No.
Okay.
I don't need that. It's not just for that purpose. I mean, that's its designed purpose. It has a lot of other uses as well in daily life. If I need something sharp to pry something open, if I want to clean out the inside of my vape, if I want to stab someone with something that won't actually cut their skin,
Oh,
No.
shit. So it's a toe knife.
Many other uses for that.
basically, yeah.
Why don't you just use a
Yeah.
steak knife?
Yeah, much better.
Get a botched toe.
Totally stab people without stabbing them with that.
I mean, I did buy a knife from Menards. It is really sharp. I was testing it against my skin to see how sharp it is, and it kind of got me pretty deep.
It's for when you do your nails like like I get it. I get it for like nail extensions and shit. But it's just the whole
It's the fact that it exists that you have a problem with, not that it works.
my ignorance is showing. I have a problem with guys buying it, alright?
Your
Fucking
straight-
clip your nails.
Your straight white male is showing.
My white privilege is showing.
It honestly is.
Dude, you gotta tuck that back in. Come on.
Alright, it's back in, and on that, I have a controversial topic here.
Oh, perfect.
Character creators are the modern day equivalent to dress-up games.
I thought
What do you
were
mean by
gonna say
character
something
creators?
different.
Huh?
What do you mean by character
Like
creators?
when you start a game, you like get to create your character
Oh,
or like dress
You know what?
them up throughout the game. It's the
I'm-
equivalent to like dress up games from those old websites.
I guess. I don't know. Customization is pretty fun for
I
most
feel like
people.
Yeah.
I feel like you're right in a sense as it being like a mini game.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's kind of yeah, it's like if you want it to be there, like if you want to like dress up and stuff, it's there to do. But like, why are you right about that?
Because I'm correct.
I don't think you are. I don't know. The amount of times that I'd say you're correct, just within this podcast, I can count on one hand.
You have
Okay.
like a lot of fingers.
Do you have any opposing views on it?
To be fair, I kind of forgot what the topic was. It was no, it was after
character-
acrylic nails.
Yeah,
Character development.
Yeah, character creators are the
Yeah, I already
modern
said
day
something about
equivalent to dress up games.
I never really played any dress up games as a kid, but I can kind of see it. Yeah, you're just customizing your character. I know I personally take great amounts of enjoyment fully customizing characters, especially when a game allows you to go really in depth with the customization.
Yeah,
I
see?
really enjoy that shit.
You enjoy dress up
It's
games.
fun. I guess I do. I enjoy romance novels, cringy ones at that. I enjoy dress up games. I literally have a fucking dress that I wear every Friday because it's Femboy Fridays. Right?
Oh, I'm not laughing at that anymore.
We should have the podcast on Friday, and then we should turn on our cameras. so you guys can
We're
see
not
the fucking
having
dress.
a podcast on Fridays now. Thank you for telling me
I
that.
think we're gonna have one on Friday. I think we're gonna.
You can make your
No.
own femboy podcast that I can stay away from.
And you know what? Femboy podcast will reach more viewers than you.
Fine.
are.
I'd rather have that. I'm not gonna be a public transvestite.
I mean, actually, I think it's cross dressing is something. I don't think that just means you're a transvestite. I think it's a different thing.
I'm not saying that I'm.
You're saying
anything
you're a
but-
cross dresser. It's okay. We accept you. Well, I don't know if No Cam does, but
There
I'll
was
accept
one
you.
time when I was a kid when my mom made me wear women's clothing and put on makeup and shit, and then she had my sister wear traditionally masculine clothing and then also apply fucking face paint to her. I don't know why she made us do
Face
that.
paint.
Or just like black streaks under your eyes, shit like that, like athletes do.
Was that like,
That's
for fun?
not masculine. That's just dumb.
or is
What?
that like, well, let's see if Carter likes it, and if Carter likes it, we'll cut off his dick.
I was 5.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
which one was it?
See why they're young.
I think it's a bit late for them to legally do a procedure for that.
No, it's
I don't know.
no, because they do it while you're in puberty or before you're in puberty. You pump the estrogen in. Yeah, before puberty hits.
Yeah, but this was like early 2000s when none of that shit was really a thing. So
I mean, I think it was kind of a thing in some places.
I don't think.
Yeah, it still existed, but it wasn't as profound as now.
Well, yeah, I wasn't like
Backwater
no.
town was a part of the culture of that, at least. That shit was reserved for the million population cities. I don't think Rinky Dink 15,000 is on the register.
I mean, you never know. Those kind of places where the craziest stuff happens, and the small places where they're isolated
I don't know.
go crazy.
I think life in this town is pretty boring. There's not a bunch of town drama, or if there is, I'm not aware of it. I suppose I really can't speak.
Hutchinson?
Yeah,
Dude,
I don't
go
know.
on Real Life in Hutch. It's full of a
Isn't
bunch
that-
of shit.
Isn't that an Instagram account?
No, it's Facebook. I don't use Instagram.
I'm pretty sure I still haven't been accepted to that.
The fucking NCA made a new Instagram account, and I wanted to laugh at them for it because it's. Let me pull it up because it's dumb. I think so, at least. It's.
You would pull that up, Jamie?
Yeah, you pulled
I
up.
don't know if it was Instagram or something else, but I know at one point, apparently there was like cyberbullying going on the NCA page of
That's
some
really
social
funny.
media site.
That's funny.
There's like a whole like anti-bullying campaign that went through the school for like a month.
Dude, I might just keep
really?
using this YouTube thing because it says that my
those campaigns hit our school because they were so fucking funny.
it says my connection is excellent. So
I can't find the account. Damn it.
Okay, so we can all agree on the whole dress-up game thing.
I'd
I
say
guess.
so.
Okay, I thought that was going to be more controversial. Alrighty then.
I mean, it's really just like,
I was really...
I don't see why it's that controversial, unless people get really
Yeah.
serious. It's like,
My whole thing was... the reason why I said it's the modern day is because Flash is dead now. Rest in peace.
I mean, it's been dead for not even a month yet. Give it some time.
Dude, and it's,
actually, you can
it's still
you
hard.
can still play Flash games.
How?
Well, at least, here, I'll do it right now. I'm gonna go
Dude, my
to
Flash doesn't work.
my Flash game site. Well, I still have it enabled on my computer, so it works just fine.
I'm not paying you to play games.
You're not paying me at all.
Well, now I won't at all.
You're not even making any money from this, so
I have already decided that you get 15%. I get
No, this is
55.
some other cringe
wait, why
shit.
does
God
Carter
damn it.
get so much? Or where does the rest of it go?
Carter gets more because he's not bitching
So
about shit.
Yeah,
What-
the Wii stuff. Yeah, our viewer. Thank you. I remember. I didn't remember what it was, but no, I found 2 Instagram accounts. So there was one for Wii stuff, which the school is still doing, I guess, and then also I found this other Instagram account about NCA. It's
Oh,
just basically a giant circle jerk. It's just people saying, "Yeah, this person's really awesome. This person's a queen. This person is really pretty. Best gamer girl. Super cool vibes." It's kind of cringe.
if I was still there, I'd have made a fake account said nasty to like almost every photo.
And you would what?
Said nasty to every photo.
Oh
Like some Indian guy account or something like that.
my god.
No, I remember
Wait,
We
hey,
Day. That
I
was
found
fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun for like leaving the seat and exploring the XL Energy Center, but
No,
That
I
was
remember that
kind
day
of-
that's
very
the only
vividly.
reason I enjoyed going. It was like a day of exploring a building.
No, that stadium was fucking massive. It was really fun to walk around.
It's awesome.
And shit.
I mean, it was
I
just
remember-
hallways. There wasn't much interesting about it.
For compared to life every day here, it is very interesting.
Yeah. What do you
I was
mean
gonna say
just hallways? You could go into the back rooms,
Yeah.
stairways, ditch a druggie that's trying to hit on some other.
I was gonna say that I remember that day very vividly because myself, you, and Christian were all just hanging out, and we just ditching him basically because he was, the kind of person that you just did.
I remember the first We Day though that pissed me off. We had to leave, like the regular students had to leave early, but the student class officers, or like the not class officers, student council officers, got to stay. And my brother got to see fucking Buzz Aldrin.
Yikes!
That,
I don't know who that is.
fucking hurt. You're retarded. That fucking hurt. You don't know who Buzz
Yeah.
Aldrin is?
Nope.
Sad.
I don't know who a lot of people are. I don't follow celebrities.
Do you
Bruh.
know who?
I remember that day
Fucking-
also because I remember finishing a fan fiction, I think, or finding one. It was really fucking good that day. I was just reading it. No, also, what other events happened at that center? The Culture Festival as well? Oh my god, I fucking loved that. What was it? Didn't a girl approach us asking if we wanted to sit by her and a friend
Oh
or some
yeah.
shit?
Like they
Yeah.
actually asked, like we're like literally asking us out, and then I asked, "Should we do it?" And you said, "Fuck no, you don't want to mess
No.
with that."
That was sus. That was very sus.
Yeah, that's true. When I thought about it, when I double thought it, I bet if I was there alone, I probably would have said, "Fuck it," because
You probably would have gotten robbed, or your phone would have been stolen, or something.
Probably.
They had a scam going on. All right. I refuse to believe that they didn't have.
Just yells like sexual harassment or something, and just like you just get
probably.
beat up.
No, I remember
It's
people are doing shadow puppets with their hands, and then I predict like we predicted the middle finger and it finally came, and that made our day.
I remember I don't think it was the same time we went, but just bumping and running into people like Gabe and Andrew, just fucking full force power walking towards them and just running into them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I fucking loved that. The food and shit that they had. I remember, I think it was the Portuguese stand. Their desserts, fucking god tier.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, I remember. I forgot what I got. I think it was like, I don't know, it was like a big greasy sugar something. I don't remember what it looked like.
Yeah,
But those were
remember.
really cheap, and they were good.
Yeah.
But
I don't.
yeah, I remember like shouting like
do it.
"a comrade" to everyone who had it, Ushanka, that I finally got to get the last
Yeah.
time I got to go.
Yeah. I remember one of the times as well when we were trying to find something to eat. We were just looking at all the stalls, and by far the most populated one was the Italy section, and that's just because they were selling fucking pizza.
Jesus Christ!
Sad. I remember we were
This one
making
too. I
fun of
don't remember this.
because you're in a fucking culture festival with other
Oh,
shit
okay.
besides pizza. So
Yeah, I
Okay,
didn't go to that.
Elijah, do you know who Michael Collins is?
Nope.
Do you know who Neil Armstrong is?
I've heard of them.
Wait, do you know what he did?
That's the astronaut. The astronaut, right?
Yeah, what did he do?
See the first one on the moon or something?
Jesus Christ. Your ignorance is going to be interesting in the future of this podcast.
What
he
did
was
he do? I don't know.
First man on the moon, second man on the moon was Buzz Aldrin, and they got to see that at Wee Day. By the way, Buzz Aldrin's birthday was a couple days ago, or yesterday. I don't know. I
Okay.
saw it on Twitter somewhere.
Sorry, I only remember the first, not the second. My bad.
I remember we got to see George Takei at one of them.
Oh, yeah. I think that was a highlight, and then after we saw that, we just got up and left. We got to see JoJo Siwa. I remember my sister was like a huge fan of JoJo Siwa, and I got to see her, not her. That was kind of sad.
Very.
That actually reminded me of like a joke about JoJo Siwa I saw on a YouTube trying not to laugh video.
Cringe, but
where I mean whatever. But where basically they were pretending to be JoJo Siwa and they're like calling their mom and they're basically like, I'm scared, everyone's shorter than me and something. I don't know, I forget the joke, but like it was funny.
So if you don't remember the joke, why tell it?
Because I'm that person who tells really bad half-remembered jokes.
Awesome! Do that when we're not in a podcast and boring viewers. All right. Next topic.
Maybe my badness is funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I don't know.
Um.
Okay, one thing that I suppose this isn't really a topic. Well, it's a topic, but it's not a debate. The thing that I've been thinking a lot over the past couple of days is just the high school experience as itself. I've tried to give it a play-by-play from 9th grade to 12th grade, like what were the key events that happened, and trying to remember just how many of them. So I was going to ask both of you, by far, what is, I guess, two questions, your most cherished moment, at least in high school so far, as well as what's probably the most interesting drama that you've been a part of?
Awesome. I have a question after this one. Elijah, you want to go first?
I don't have anything to add to this.
Jesus Christ. Okay, do you want to... Could you restate the question, I guess, for all of our lovely viewers?
Yes, the two questions, your most cherished high school memory, and also the best drama, or the most interesting drama that you were at least somewhat a part of during your time in high school.
My most cherished memory... Look, I'd have to say something simple, like Wee Day.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good one.
Either fucking with pedophiles on Omegle on school trips, you and I listened to that one radio Chatterbox from GTA 3, which actually kind of spiked my interest for this.
Yeah.
Sparked. Fucking, I know what I'm saying. Yeah, so, I don't know. Probably cherished. Yeah, there's just so many.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to go with when we went inner tubing, and then
Oh, that was always fun.
At Powder Ridge.
yeah, and then we came back to go fuck with pedophiles, and then like it was one that we found on the bus, and then we created a fake Kik account for it, and then and then we said like, we know who you are, Kyle, or I forgot what name we said. Daniel, we know who you are, Daniel.
Yeah, if you're out watching this fucking podcast, we know who the fuck you are.
Fuck you, you degenerate piece of shit. But
I also, I think I'm probably one of those as well, getting yelled at for playing music, and then saying that we were abusing our student council powers.
that wasn't a cherished memory. That was just fucking annoying. Because we're straight white male. Position of powers in the school enables us to be able to use the speaker louder than other people.
I'd say honestly for me, as far as most cherished, I've got three candidates in my mind. First one would just be probably anytime we ever went to the skating place. I think it was just twice. But while I suck at skating, the vibe that the place gave off, as well as the music requesting feature, oh my fucking god. When you play Hadaway What Is Love in a fucking roller rink and everyone's just fucking zooming and the lights are on and shit, you feel like you're in the 80s. And I fucking... I can't remember. I think, yeah, I was playing one of the claw machine games too.
Oh, yeah.
I ended up winning 2 prizes at once. Sometimes I have Giga Chad moments. That was fucking one of them.
Dude, I love places like that to take you back in time.
Yeah.
Cool.
The second one I was going to probably say was probably, at least towards the last 2 years of high school, I remember definitely lunch, just in general. The amount of, there's too many, it was just the overall vibe, the shenanigans, the fucking stupidness of it.
And then your heart would drop once we have to go to math, like right afterwards, because then we can't keep fucking around.
Yeah, that was by far the most depressing.
You two were dumb at lunch.
What are you talking about?
Dude, people loved us at NCA.
I'm sorry that I'm the student that got the most lines in that got printed in the fucking Hutchinson newspaper. All right.
I'm not even
in the Hutchinson newspaper.
It's a good story. I used to get so fucking angry about shit. I don't know why, but I just see them as good stories now.
Yeah. No, I remember at least one of them specifically. I don't know why I was mad at you, Holy Turtles. I don't remember what I was particularly upset with you with, but I do remember just kind of like shoving the table and just walking off. And that was pretty fun.
I remember that happening.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was about.
Did I follow you or did I just leave you be? Forgot.
I'd probably say you followed me.
I
think you stayed that time though, actually.
I think I stayed one time, and I just wanted to just leave you be because I think you were just having a shitty day in general. So I just kind of I knew that you were going through some shit, so I just decided to stay.
I remember stabbing my hand with a fork at the lunch table.
I remember that.
I remember constantly just mocking people because we got salads always and we had our food before anyone else most of the time. We were just judging them. I remember one time, I think our one viewer wasn't letting me out of the fucking booth that we were in. I wanted to get out, but she wasn't fucking moving. So I had to stand up on the table and fucking walk out of it because she wouldn't fucking move.
And you knocked the table over, and when you could have went under the table or waited because they're gonna move.
That wasn't an option. Another really fond memory, when Abby walked up to our table and Do you remember this, Elijah? Once you just walked up to our table and started kind of calling me out or whatever the fuck she was doing.
Oh,
do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Just started randomly get it like make it like saying like it's fine, like getting all upset over something that like no one knew what was going on. I don't think even you knew what was happening.
I remember once again I was trapped in the fucking booth because they wouldn't let me fucking leave. I remember just shooting her a look of please help me, get me the fuck out of here. And my answer was absolute silence, and I just had to sit there and just something like that. Or though anything during lunch, by far some of the best high school moments. And then my third candidate was just going to be the play.
Oh yeah,
Probably Our Town. Yeah, I fucking loved that.
I
Almost
wish
Maine, not as much. Our Town, classic.
I wish I could have done more plays. My high school, or really
I wish-
fucking
Yeah,
any time in school. That shit's fun, and it's a good
I
skill
wish-
to have.
no, I fucking wish you would have been able to at least come and see one of the showings that we did for Almost Maine. I remember the first viewing, or the first time that we did it, my first scene that I was in, we skipped a fuck ton of dialogue. We just both kind of forgot what the fuck to do. So I remember making up shit, improvising, and just trying to get us somewhat back on path. And somehow it worked. And I remember asking a fuck ton of audience members, "Hey, did it look natural? Did you know that we were fucking panicking inside?" And they said, "No, couldn't notice anything."
See, that's
Well,
that's the thing. Or people forget lines, and then the fucking viewer doesn't know unless they're like an avid goer of that particular play and they've studied it for years.
Yeah.
But no, that scene 1 was always really fun. Scene 8, by far the best part about it was the fact that we almost always got the audience to laugh. It was like whenever we had our conversations during Our Town, I think it was the second viewing that we got like the most amount of laughs from people. I remember that was by far one of the most gratifying feelings in high school, hearing an audience full of strangers, basically. Just
Yeah, that was when we were talking, right? Yeah, it was one. It
that
was one
when
of
we were
your
having our
lines,
conversation.
and you played it off well, and then you did it the same way that second night, and then we just got a shitty crowd.
Yeah, it was. The
What
plays were
line are you
like,
talking about?
I can't remember. It's been too long.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot what line it was in particular, but it was like one that was set up in the script to probably actually be a joke, or like
Yeah.
obviously no fucking punchline, but set up to be something that someone can laugh at. But yeah,
All right.
that's one of my favorite memories of the play. Is oh shit, we actually got a reaction out of someone.
Yeah, well, that shit. It was god tier.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, did you ever fix the
So-
mic problem? I remember the first one. It was filled with elderly people, and we didn't have good mics at all.
Yeah.
Did you fix it?
Hmm?
Did you fix the problem?
Yeah, my mic is fine. What
We're
do you-
talking about the play.
Yeah, the play.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
because I remember, like I said, it was filled with elderly people for the Our Town play.
yeah. No, I
And
remember- yeah.
no one could hear it. Or at least I know my grandma couldn't hear it.
We had person that was helping us with the play the second time around was an audio engineer.
Okay,
basically.
so
He was
yeah.
a TA.
Molly
So it went
answered
a lot.
before you.
I'm sorry that I'm trying to find the fucking script for Our Town, our conversation, while also talking. I'm sorry I can't multitask that effectively.
Well, back on what the question that was originally asked, I don't really have any like moments I hold exceptionally high. But this isn't high school, this is actually middle school, but I do have some drama from school. It was this was in 6th grade actually. And actually I had someone who I thought was my friend and I was starting to get pretty close with. All of a sudden started throwing rumors about me around the school.
Yikes.
And yeah, it was a fun time.
That's it? Do you kill her or what?
Oh no, no. I mean, do you want to hear what the rumors were?
Yeah.
Sure.
So it was basically well, first of all, it was that I had a crush on them. Well, it was a her, so I had a crush on her.
Yeah,
Possibly
And
stalking me.
that, yeah, that was a stalker. And
interesting.
yeah.
I know
So
you can't say it. You should type in the chat who it is, because I'm genuinely curious.
I mean,
It was in middle school.
it's something interesting I can say because I'm not gonna say who it is, but I think they're a teen mom now too. So
Yikes.
that type of person.
Wait a minute.
Don't say it.
There's a couple that come to mind. I'm thinking of the one person that's most likely the one that Jason and I had to deal with, because we messed with her brother. I mean her boyfriend.
Oh my
Remember
god.
that?
Wait, what?
Dude, I love that. You put it off so naturally too. I think you genuinely
Okay.
believed that it was his brother. It was
I genuinely thought they were brother and sister.
I knew they were
Okay,
dating,
that'll-
so when you
that
said
might be-
that, I there were some question marks in my head. Oh, okay, was that an insult?
I remember she was looking at me, and as soon as I said that shit, she just had the look of uttermost confusion. What was it? Yeah, we said we were the ghost of Christmas past to him.
I don't.
over a
I
messenger.
still don't understand how that was misconstrued at all.
So then it got misconstrued as we were bullying him and telling him that the school is better off without him and shit.
Which
so
we
that-
might as well have said
Sounds-
that because it's not considered bullying anyway.
It was.
Oh,
true.
I know who you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Different person.
Okay. But no, I remember then just being confronted, or she texted us on Messenger or some shit. So then I remember the day after going into school, we're kind of brainstorming, like, okay, let's write down, let's review factually what was said.
Yeah.
I remember getting called down into the office, and then I remember just my immediately line, okay, I don't know why your brother is lying about.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was the night of, because they said, okay, we're reporting this. And then I kind of just had to sleep on that. But it was right after they said that they're going to report this, like to the police or some shit, that I said, okay, I'm writing this shit down, taking some... We already left the group, so I couldn't take screenshots.
Yeah.
So we just had to take it from memory, and hopefully it's our word against theirs.
I mean,
It's
overall, I
sketchy
think-
shit when you're accused of
Yeah.
shit that it's hard to fucking prove, and you actually didn't. I've gotten better,
No.
by the way, with being confronted. Because I remember, I don't know
Yeah.
why I was like a fucking dog with a tail under my legs, but I remember she was
I remember-
implying like I must have done it because I was concerned about the outcome.
Some dumb shit like that. I
Yeah.
remember, you were getting a bit flustered about it, and I wanted to, speak up and start saying my shit. And then our principal told me, no,
That
you're
was
talking at the moment.
I don't
That,
I don't
that
know
was
was
sus.
I don't know if that was because I was flustered, and he just
You
wanted.
fucking-
I mean, you're being accused of something that could get you in like a lot of trouble, possibly suspended, maybe in legal trouble, like
No.
outside of school.
Not
Of course,
really.
you're gonna.
All they
Well, I don't know,
accused
but I'm
us
saying
of.
you're being accused of something pretty big. So it's like, of course, you're gonna be nervous, even if you did it or not.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I had straight A's. My reputation was like pretty good with the teachers. Like, it wasn't pretty good; it was amazing. All right, I think it was later that year that I was asked to do, Veterans Memorial on the anniversary of Veterans Day
Yeah.
or Armistice Day, as they called it back then. But it was so that that was just the kind of some insight on the type of person student I was. Just that, I don't know, the idea that, all the fucking teachers are gonna find that shit out. That
Yeah.
about fucking something that I didn't do. And then I had to work with them in the coffee shop. His his sister in the coffee shop, and the fucking dynamic between us was perfectly normal. Like, she just played it off like that never happened.
I think they're just causing drama.
I really shouldn't have fucking apologized. Dude,
that is by far the
I'm a
best high school drama I've been a part of.
I am a much different person now. At least I like to think I am.
I remember towards the end of when we were having our conversation, even though she had her fucking friend there, even though her friend had nothing to do with it,
Yep.
it's just because she was too much of a little chicken shit bitch to face us on her
Yep.
own. But
Both of them
she
could.
said, "Yeah, I really like talking to people in person because you can really tell when they're lying or some shit like that."
Yeah, to me, because I was being flustered.
And it was just one. Okay, I think I can make another New Year's resolution. It's not too late. If I see her again, I'm saying fuck you. You're fucking stupid. I hope your brother fucking dies.
Don't. That's a threat.
No, it isn't. You're
I
just.
guess you said I
You're not
hope,
saying-
so it's not necessarily a threat.
I said that he hope he dies, right? Not that.
Yeah, you never said that.
Alright, I guess it's not a threat, but something happens, you'd be suspected.
No,
Well, I guess he got what he fucking deserved.
that's you saying the fucking box at the.
What do you get when you mix a mentally ill high school student with a school that abandons him and treats him like trash? You get called the Christmas spirit.
You should have done that for the talent show.
Yeah, then just pull out an actual gun and shoot you.
Dude, we should have won that talent show. I bought fucking Sugar Glass, dude.
We got fucking
You should've.
damned by the judges. It was by far the most creative, original act. It wasn't some just fucking song. We played on the audience's expectations and subverted them masterfully. And you know what we got? We got fucking nothing for it.
Yeah.
I think everyone was just confused what was going on because it was done so naturally. It's just I mean, you should probably explain what happened considering we're just talking about something no one would know about.
Okay, so this probably needs to be uploaded somewhere. I might upload it to my channel. So I bought a Sugar Glass bottle with an idea in mind that we do something, stupid and then fake it out. Which I could actually pull up another story that I just remembered now with the whole phone thing. Yeah, so I also got a fake phone. So what we did for the quote-unquote act...
Finish the first story first.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm doing. So what we did for the quote-unquote act is we just pretended to dance we had a dance routine for Danger Zone, and then we worked really hard on it. And then you told me to go first because you didn't want to dance. I don't know if you literally just didn't want to dance, or what was that?
A lot of this was just improvisation.
Okay. I thought you were kind of chicken shit to dance.
Well, no, I kind of didn't want to get up on stage and do the act. I remember having cold feet about it. I do remember that.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I remember that you said, go ahead and start. And then I started, and then I kind of tripped. And throughout that year, I'd always, just for fun, I'd fall over and then just try and, work in a natural motion of falling or fainting. But that was fun. But then, yeah, you said, yeah, he's having some problem. He's been having some problems with the routine for a while. And then, for some, I forgot what happened between that, but I got angry.
No, what I did is that I pulled out the fake phone, the one that you had that was a dummy
Oh,
phone.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up my phone. I'm going to show him how to do the routine real quick, guys. Just give us a second here, and then we'll get back to the regularly scheduled programming. And then I think you got upset with me because of something or whatever. You basically yelled at me. You grabbed the fake phone, threw it on the ground, and then I had brought the Sugar Glass bottle up on stage, pretending I was drinking out of it as if it was just a regular cola or some shit. I then proceeded to, I was supposed to whack you on the head with it. I didn't do that. What did I do? I kind of hit you in the chest with it.
Hit me in the shoulder, my left shoulder.
Yeah, so not as perfect as it could have been. I figured. I didn't know how to lean into being violent.
Fair enough.
So I didn't really know how to exude violence, but I remember, smashing you with the bottle. You just kind of falling over because you've rehearsed the motion, and then I just tried to angrily storm off stage, make it seem like I'm really fucking upset, and I just smashed a student with a fucking bottle. And that was the act. That was comedy.
Yeah, I remember going to the back, though, to get the broom, and the cafeteria ladies told us that some people actually bought it. They actually thought something happened between us. I just thought it would have been more convincing if you got me in the head for it to shatter. because if it got me in the shoulder and it shattered, like there's, fat and skin there, so
Yeah.
rather than the skull. That's why I was a little like iffy about it. I remember I was the town hall speaker, and on the same day I had to transfer my position peacefully, much like yesterday. And
we all knew what was happening. Like as soon as I forget at one point we were basically we thought it was funny because we knew what was happening. But yeah, after talking to other people, it was like, oh, you guys didn't know what was happening?
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was just random. But like I was gonna say, I had to transfer my position, and I made sure that I got a good laugh out of the crowd when I said that Carter should have gone for the head, which was great because that was used in the line of Infinity War, something that just came out that year. So I got like a good crowd laughter before I stepped off my podium there. But
Okay,
yeah,
actually, now that I'm thinking of the talent show more, I do remember the act that should have won by far. Francesca's act. Do you remember that one?
I do.
Yes.
What was that?
one, Francesca's unintentional comedy act. She was trying to do a lip syncing to a song or whatever, trying to sing to a song, but she kept on running back and forth between the stage and the lights, trying to say that it's not atmospheric enough or it's not
Oh my
enough.
god.
And so she just kept on fussing over it, basically. And it was fucking hilarious to see her kind of lose her mind over it.
How long did I go for? Like
I feel
5-6 minutes before the song even started officially?
like 4 or 5 minutes probably, but those 4 or 5 minutes, I was fucking captivated by what was unfolding before me.
I wish I remembered that. That sounds amazing. I think I was... I don't fucking know what I was doing at that point. Like, because a lot of what people did is the same shit every year. Same shit reheated. And they just fucking go on and sing, or they do a dance routine. It's the boringest shit, so I just kind of zone out sometimes.
I remember some kid got like 3rd place just because he sung Impossible Year by Panic at the Disco.
Oh, fuck, I remember that.
I'll sing an edgy song. Why don't we... You know what? I feel like we could do a better rendition.
Do we...
If
I was there for your senior year and this whole COVID thing wasn't like a thing, we should have... I think we either would have done like a Zentrax playthrough, or it would have been a good idea to actually try in the talent show and see what happens.
Yeah. No, Zentrax would have been good.
Oh wait, 1 minute, I gotta go.
Yikes.
I'll be back.
Okay. No gunshine. It's impossible here. Hey, fuck, I don't remember the lyrics.
Dude.
Clouds full of fear.
You could have done it just as good too.
Won't disappear.
You're calling this good?
No, it's just like such like an easy song to imitate, though.
It's impossible year. Yeah, no, it's really easy. A lot of holding on the same note and shit. It's really not a hard song to sing.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds sad and depressing. It's got a sad piano. Beachfront of bad luck. Cloud. Fuck. I don't remember the lyrics.
So he got to memorize something on a piece of paper, but ours was full improvisation, however the fuck you say it. Yeah.
An original act. We got fucking nothing for it. Fuck the teachers. Their grading was bullshit.
Dude, I remember the first time I did the talent show, like, I actually gave a shit about it. I really didn't the first time, I guess, technically, but the first time I actually did something was, I think it was freshman year, and I decided to go on, and it was titled The Greatest Act of, 2018, was it? 2019, yeah. Something like that. And then I just went on there, stood there, and then said good afternoon, and then I walked off.
I remember that shit. That was so fucking... It was so fucking hilarious, you know?
Dude, it was amazing. Miss Haugen gave me a 10 out of 10. No, everyone else gave me a 0.
Remember
Miss Haugen understood.
Yeah.
Saying swear words in class during advisory just because we could? remember I just started loudly saying "fuck" really loud in class. It was just to see if we could get away with it.
And we did, yeah.
I don't know if you were there for it as well, but back when we had a lunch in the advisory still,
Oh,
I was talking to Miss Haugen about 90s rap, basically, and I was talking to her about Tupac. So I was like, okay, I'm going to play a Tupac song for you. I'm going to see what you think of it. It was this song, Hit 'Em Up. The first line of that song that's easy to make out is, I fucked your bitch, fat motherfucker. Yeah, it's a good song. I liked it. As soon as we heard it, she was at the, yeah, turn it down. That was another positive moment, though.
Dude, I remember when we presented an Onion video in front of the class. I have a video for that one too, where it's the new execution method where they tear off the head. If I had no respect for Ms. Haugen, I would have kept it playing, but I kind of felt bad.
Shit was really good. I actually convinced some people at work yesterday. There's another Onion video basically where they taught a sign language or a gorilla sign language, and they kept on telling it that you will die, you exist, you will die. And basically gave it an existential crisis. I remember telling people at work that yeah, scientists have found a way to communicate with gorillas to let them know that they die, and the gorillas just become really fucking depressed.
Well, they've taught gorillas sign language and they've understood it before, so I mean, it won't be too far fetched. But yeah, that's like something you probably don't want to give a fucking wild animal. Would they even give a shit though?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think that was one of my favorites when I was fucking Onion shit. Was there another Onion video we presented to the class? I feel like there was, or another video. I thought there was two. One we recorded.
Probably another one.
I don't know. I think I have to change my answer. My fucking highlight is just anything in the fucking advisory we did.
There were a bunch of good ones making fun of everyone back in my 10th grade year.
Yep.
Just kind of because we were just it was just two of us on a table, so we just made fun of everyone. Making fun of all the seniors, screaming "Be gone, Thought" in the Xcel Energy Center, and then finding out what "thought" actually meant.
Jeez,
that's pretty good.
I have a recording of Miss Haugen saying "Be gone, Thought."
You do.
Yeah,
that's great.
She finally said it like her last year.
When we fucking hacked into her Facebook.
I put in. I did the inspect in Facebook and then said, "I'm communist now, guys." In her feed, and then she actually got serious and like removed that now. She thought I actually got into it.
That's hilarious. You told me that before.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, there's another instance when I was in middle school when I first discovered it. It was I think it was my 7th grade year. I was in the computer room with Miss Dolge. It was in the old building. And I forgot what we were doing crap on, but I was just fucking around. I found a picture of Mr. Mock and put it on like a police arrest page. And then said a bunch of shit that like what he did. And then I showed Ms. Dolge, and then she told me that I should remove that because that's misinformation.
Yeah. No, yeah. There's a couple of highlights at least. Some fond memories to look back upon.
Yep. Yeah.
Playing Mr. Blue Sky, people getting sick of us just playing music on the bus. Just trying to be like, yeah, don't worry, guys, the song is almost over. Then the second part of the song kicks in and it still goes for like fucking 2 minutes.
That was my favorite one.
She got so pissy with us. It was fucking... Free lunch? I don't know if I'd say free lunch was really great. I kind of had some...
I really didn't... Yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
The most enjoyable part of free lunch was that sometimes the food was legitimately really good. And also running into coworkers.
Right.
Because they all went to Hutchinson High School. Yeah, I wish I would have said hello to them more there.
Yeah.
That's still
I
pretty
mean,
good.
whenever I went though, the food was always shit. It was like really cheap spaghetti, or I don't know. Like, remember, like there's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches you could get like every time or something like that. I don't know. So I didn't go for the food. I just went because you guys were going, and I didn't want to like fucking just sit in lunch like a quiet kid. So,
Oh no, man! I don't know if you ever lived the quiet kid experience, but
dude, I did
that
all
was
last year.
same. Quiet kid experience is pretty fun. You just get to listen to a fuck ton of music. You don't have to worry about your spot being taken at lunch. You don't have to worry about lunch because you're not eating anything. Basically, you just kind of sit in a corner.
Dude, same
Um,
here. And I just did my homework.
Yeah, I remember working on shit just early, just having something to occupy the time. Just I remember so senior year we had lunch, and then my class right after that was the coffee shop. Like 9 times out of 10, I remember just going into the coffee shop as soon as lunch started, locking the door, maybe cleaning a bit, maybe stealing a bag of Doritos or something, or maybe making myself a drink, and then just kind of browse shit on my phone to no productive value. It was really fun.
It's kind of. I don't know why
What?
I thought when we went our separate ways, we'd like just immediately latch on or find other people to talk to.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I mean, that's
I suppose.
to be fair, you did find people at McDonald's.
Yeah, I honestly, when I start to think about it, it kind of fucking hurts my mind at the fact that so much of what I have today is because I fucking applied at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
The people I've met, it's yeah,
I don't really have any of that.
yikes,
Not in a
yikes.
depressing way, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything I can particularly punch out that like, wow, I mean, this led me to here. Maybe I'm sure I will when I go to college. Like, this particular thing led me to do this and that. I do know like the whole, like my entire going to high school began. For some reason, this is very vivid. Is that I was in it's like American pool, like one of that indoor pool that they had, like the only indoor pool we had in Hutch.
American Inn.
Yeah, sure. I was basically just asked, like, okay, so would you like to keep doing online school or would you like to try out NDMA? And then I, said NDMA, but that ultimately led me to where I am today. Just that one decision.
Yeah.
If I chose the other path, I don't know where the fuck I'd be, but wouldn't be here. So yeah, and then I started NDMA on my birthday.
It's really surprising, just the amount of impact.
Yep.
No, yeah. It's crazy to think about one fucking decision being accountable for so much of the shit that's happening in your life right now. I'm not gonna lie, when I first applied, didn't expect, any of this. I didn't expect to become really great friends with a fuck ton of people there, to the point where I've basically been adopted into an entirely different friend group that I wasn't there for high school with. Living with one of them. Majority of the people I speak to on a daily basis, I've met through McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't know. It hurts my mind if I think about it too much.
Yeah, I mean, I was starting to kind of have a friend group at Johnson, the school I went to. But then chemistry class separated us. And then the whole, like, pandemic hit. So it's just kind of ended
I
that.
suppose if the pandemic didn't hit, then you and Escuela would probably be together by now.
Or I'd probably be, I don't know, probably would have been, like, awkward for the rest of the fucking school year if they said no. I mean, I wouldn't have given a shit. It was just that the only reason I was so hesitant is because I wanted movement in that school. I wanted a good reputation there. Not like
Yeah.
this one fuckboy that just asks people out first year they're there.
Your
kind
high
of
school
thing.
reputation doesn't matter at all. You might as well have fun with it.
The,
Honestly, I
that's
regret
what-
not being as much of a dumb fuck during high school. I took myself too seriously.
I did too. And I'm saying that in past tense because I don't think I'm going there physically ever again. So,
Sad.
yeah. I mean, last year seniors at least got to start out their senior year physically.
True. Yeah.
But to
I
be
mean,
fair,
that was-
they also have longer spending a longer time in college, paying full price for online school. So
Oh yeah. There's probably a decent amount of people who just like who graduated and then just like took a gap year because they didn't want to deal with like online college
yep,
and stuff.
there's
That's
a
what a lot of
there's a
people
lot
do.
of people at Brian's that
Why not? But like probably
The
do
job
more
I
than
work at.
usual just because.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So what are your aspirations for the future, guys? What like you plan on having a family? Like what would be your dream
I
ideology?
can't be. I think I've realized. Family is trash. I don't think I could be a good family person. I have no plans for my future. I'll take it a day at a time.
Fair enough. Elijah?
I don't know. I guess hope to have a family at one point. Not anytime soon. Probably have a decent job first. Like, I don't really know too much. Kind of go where life takes me, I guess. Just try and end up in a decent place.
Right.
As long as I'm like homeless and like barely surviving each day, I want to be able to like live comfortably. So I guess that's where I'm looking at. I just want to live comfortably.
Fair enough. I like the whole getting yourself settled in financially first before settling down anymore. Or at least in my own views, I would like to accomplish something before, and have a couple years of actual, freedom before.
Yeah, maybe like travel or something, like do some crazy shit you could never do if you had a family.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the whole white picket fence thing would be cool. After I did crazy shit.
Owning a house would be nice, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't even know. I think probably like a suburban neighborhood kind of deal. That'd be nice. Very generic. But with certain backgrounds and I don't know. I just have looked back, just fun shit. You want, I think everyone's like ideology is to give, future people a better experience of a childhood than they had.
Yeah.
I think that using that logic can probably mess up children too, just because it's like sometimes things that you don't like as a kid or even as an adult can actually make you a better person and just like better at your like at doing a certain task.
Well, I'm not
Like
saying
no
like
one likes
I'm
hard
gonna
work,
baby
but the
them,
more
and
hard work
I'm not saying I'm gonna baby them and like, okay, we're gonna go to the water park every day, and you're never wrong. Just
yeah, I know.
just be financially stable, and not have to worry about expenses and shit, and some other shit I'd like to. I don't know. It's just a pipe dream at this point. A generic, very generic American one.
Yeah, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I don't really know what to add to that.
all right. Well, if you guys got nothing to that, here's another topic. I guess it's a question we're going way back to our questions. Have you guys had a dream that like ruined your sleep?
Yeah.
Like just made you tired while you're
Nah,
sleeping? It just kind of just
not even that.
fucked
I
you
remember
up.
just having certain dreams and then just waking up and being like, wow, that's the kind of shit I dreamed about. I fucking want to fucking shoot myself.
You have a dream about an 8-hour shift at work.
Oh my god.
8-hour shifts aren't even that bad, alright? If I need to, I can
Yeah, I
wake up.
know, but like imagine trying to rest from it. You just like go to sleep. It feels so real, and you wake up and you're not
Oh,
even
you're
fucking
lagging.
paid for it.
I don't think I've ever been in McDonald's in my dreams yet. That is interesting.
No, I don't think I've ever done that. It just sounds like a fucked idea.
Mm-hmm.
Am I good on your end? Elijah said I was lagging.
Oh, okay, it must have been just me. I just listened to the stream and it didn't lag on the stream, so
I'm hearing you fine.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, in my case, if Elijah wants to answer after me, I had a dream where I was sick, fucking stuffy nose and all. I couldn't fucking enjoy my sleep. I couldn't wake up and feel rested at all. So,
yeah,
doesn't feel like I slept. I just got sick over the fucking night.
I don't really dream too often, but when I do, honestly, they're usually pretty decent. Like sometimes I'll have like straight up like stories or almost like movie plots that are like I dream about. So it's just like I don't know, it's pretty chill.
Pretty
I
chill.
suppose.
Who do you think you're
I don't.
talking to?
I don't have a
Dude,
whole lot
I
of.
talk very cringy, okay?
We know this. No, I don't really seem to have dreams anymore, and I know exactly why, which is kind of disappointing. But if I do ever manage to take a tolerance break, I've heard that when dreams finally do return, they're insanely vivid. So I have that to look forward to, maybe.
Interesting.
I do remember having some very fucking intense dreams as a kid, though. I think one that frightened me so much that it even affected me, not even a year ago at this point. So there was this nightmare I had as a kid. I don't know if it was recurring, but I remember it because it was so fucking weird. But basically, I was in my living room when I was living in a trailer house. I was playing Lego Star Wars on the PS2, and all of the characters' eyes, they turned red, and they looked at me as I was playing the game. That's where the dream ends. So that fucking terrified me. Video game characters
Dude,
becoming sentient.
It sounds like some
Staring me down.
cringy creepypasta in a video game.
It was really weird, but so how this stuck with
Or
me a
bad
bit.
movie plot.
So what happened about a year ago was I had a muffin, not even a year ago, a muffin, an entire muffin. Don't eat the entire muffin, but had an entire muffin. Was doing great, for the first 4 hours after eating it, I was feeling pretty good. Then I went to sleep and I woke up. I didn't know. I'm just gonna be blunt. I didn't know edibles can last, even after you wake up and shit. It's processed by your liver instead, which digests things at a much slower stage, so it can remain in your system for up to 12 hours. But when I woke up, it took me about 2 seconds for me to register that I'm still fucked. I'm still not perfectly okay. Why is this happening? I'm starting to panic. I remember two thought loops striking me. One was that I'm trash, and the weight of that thought was so intense that I couldn't get out of my bed to even move and grab water or anything. My thoughts were too heavy for me to fucking move. And the second thing, and I think this came from the fear of that nightmare as a kid, but the face of Lego Yoda just started to overlay my entire vision. If my eyes were open, I would see the outline of his face no matter where I looked. If my eyes were closed, I would see the outline of his face, and it was freaking me the fuck out. No matter where I looked, it was just that face staring straight at me.
So it's like that living rendition of that one meme that's like, these edibles ain't shit. And then...
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Don't take an entire one unless you know where you are at, because you might be fine for the first half, but then in the second half they got us, not gonna lie.
Dude,
Right, I don't think
a
I'll do a
comedian
period, but yeah.
Sad.
a comedian I watch sometimes, they actually have like a bit about where they did that and then and then they went and purposely made their older brother do the same thing as like a joke. It's pretty funny.
What? Did
What?
the older brother know that he was getting drugged?
Well, he knew it was edible, but like he never did an edible before, and basically like the comedian is Josh Wolf is the comedian. I don't know if you know him, and
Yeah.
basically he basically did a whole thing. He's like, oh, you can't handle it. Just take like a quarter. Like you can't handle the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then so basically like tricked him into eating the whole thing.
That's fucked. The first couple of times you do that shit, I know it's not the same for everyone, but my first, holy fucking hell, that is by far within probably my worst life experience. At least for the first 10 minutes of it. I was with a friend of mine from school. She jokingly said, "Hey, we should meet up, and then we should go smoke." Uh, I remember being up until that point very anti-drug. I never thought anyone that fucking did that, they're fucking idiots. I remember being a part of that line of thinking, I'll never do this, I'll never smoke, I'll never drink. But I remember just meeting up with her because I was just, fuck it, I had nothing else going on that day. Met up with her, went to the graveyard in town, and then I couldn't light it, so then she just basically lit it for me,
I
and
remember
then
this.
just passed it. Yeah. I remember thinking back on it, I only did it 4 times, which is not, that's barely any. That's barely any as someone that's been around in the game a tiny bit longer. But I remember the effects it was too subtle for me to notice right away. But basically, my frames per second of reality, it dropped from like 60 to 5. And as soon as I noticed that fact, I was freaking the fuck out. I was wondering, why is this happening? What the fuck is happening to me? Where am I? I feel like I'm dying. I can't stand. Anytime I try and yell, it doesn't seem like she's hearing me. I remember falling over onto the ground and my head falling back and my eyes closing. I don't know why I closed my fucking eyes, but I remember the thought that immediately came to mind was, I am going to die. This is my life. It's about to be over. That thought startled me so fucking much that I remember just sitting up really fucking fast and just bolting back to my apartment.
Wasn't she laughing at you too?
She was laughing because, okay, not gonna lie, if I was in her situation at this point, I'd laugh the fuck out. I'd laugh my fucking ass off. It'd be pretty funny. But,
Funny part is you had such a bad first time, you still do it.
yeah, no, that's something I've really thought about. It's not just that it was the first time that was bad. There's been a couple other cases where there's been not so great times, and every time, like the time returning after that bad experience, there's a lot of trepidation and wondering, okay, am I mentally sound? Is the same thing going to happen? Last time wasn't enjoyable. Is this time going to be any different? I still just do it anyway because fuck it, why not? But no, I remember running home. I remember standing by a rock for like 3 seconds, just trying to see, okay, do I still feel the effects of whatever the fuck this is? And I remember feeling it. I remember thinking, okay, gotta continue running. So I remember running back to my fucking apartment, freaking the fuck out, sitting down, trying to eat combos, but pretzely food is not very good to eat while high. It's not. I remember finishing or half eating an ice cream sandwich and just leaving the rest of it in my shoe that I'd taken off. Yeah. And I
What the
remember just
fuck?
kind of.
Sorry, that just
I remember-
fucking hit me.
I remember just fucking. Yeah, it was just. I wasn't alive at that point. It was. I remember texting my crew trainer group chat at the time. Hey, this is really fucking interesting. Well, I'm kind of losing my shit. The line that'll always stick with me is the first response that anyone had is that they said that Carter's in a game of Fortnite right now. that irritated me. I remember feeling legitimate anger at that phrase.
That's funny.
No, yeah, first times they can be really fucking interesting. Second time, nowhere near as interesting. It was actually really enjoyable. Third time, same thing. Honestly, I think I've only ever had like 4 bad times from it. So I can live with those.
Wait, how much did you eat of the first one? Like, if you ate less, would you have freaked out less, or?
Oh, so the first time that I did it, it wasn't an edible. It was from a pipe. So basically,
okay.
all I did is I just took 4 puffs from it, basically. So that one was a bad experience induced just by smoking from a pipe. The second bad experience I had was from an edible. The day before, or during the day of, I had been consuming another batch of edibles, just slowly munching on one, and just kind of being gone the entire day. And then I remember buying the muffin from my friend, and then just being like, okay, eating this entire thing, it'll be a good way to cap off the night. And then
Jesus.
yeah, the first 4 hours, I remember staying up for another couple hours. Nothing bad was happening. I was like, okay, I don't feel any more high or any more bezoopered.
How big was the
Um,
muffin?
Um,
About the size of a fist, or
Was it like those store-bought like blueberry like muffins, like those
oh
like
yeah,
the
like
gas
yeah, the
station ones
big
that are really
yeah,
ones.
they're
big?
no, they're not the big ones. They're the kind that you can fit in your entire mouth if you really fucking shove it in there. And I remember
Oh,
just
okay.
taking 2 bites and the entire thing was gone.
So it's kind of like a size of a
It's pretty small.
cupcake without the frosting on it.
Yeah, but it's not so much the size of the muffin, it's about the amount of THC that you're able to put into the mix. You can put a fuck ton in. So even though the edible was relatively small, it was still very potent, especially for someone that had no tolerance at all. Um, I think the third time that I had a bad experience was I was wearing one of the outfits from the play, or one of the props. I think it was my outfit from scene 1 from the Almost Main play. I remember wearing that just as like a fuck it. I kind of like how this looks. And then I remember smoking a bowl with my friend, and then my mind just felt like broken glass. I couldn't stand. I couldn't speak. It hurt to exist. Uh, I tried leaning back into my chair just to like relax, and it felt like I was falling into an infinite abyss. The void was just right behind me at all times, and I was in a perpetual state of hell. That's what it felt like. My mind was broken glass.
Jesus.
So that was pretty interesting. I remember that feeling subsided after about 40 minutes. Then I was just I was silent the rest of the night because I had a pretty interesting experience.
Fair enough.
And then last time anything remotely happened, first time doing a wake and bake, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically relatively soon after you wake up, go ahead and smoke. I haven't really done that before, so first time doing it, I remember feeling flashes or pulses throughout my entire body that were making me want to fall asleep. I had to fight tooth and fucking nail to stay awake. Cars and shit, everything looked like it was teleporting again. Frames per second was at like 5.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was interesting. I remember just trying to think to myself, okay, it's only bad if I make this bad. I'm the decider of this. And then it just continuously not getting any better. I was just so fucking drained. It was pretty fun.
What would your like, if you could take a guess, what do you think your past self would think of your modern self? Like your straight A, like
My
first in class.
probably see me as a low life, someone without much aspirations or strong direction in life, not a whole lot of motivations. Maybe past me could be somewhat successful of the success I've somewhat managed to cultivate for myself. It's nothing amazing, but I mean, I am living on my own, and I have a pretty decent paying job, and I have a fair amount of technology. So I think my past me would be proud of that. My habits that I engage in, probably not so much, would probably judge me for that. But then also, thinking about my past self, I was kind of a one-dimensional bitch. I don't know. I don't think I really had much personality. I don't really think I have a great personality right now. I don't think I'm very in depth, but I know for a fact that I'm better than I was. Let's just go with 2 years ago. Yeah, I can be okay with that at least.
That's interesting analysis. Definitely more. I got more out of that than I thought I would. Yeah, so that's been a great. I don't know what Elijah's doing. Probably jerking off. Yeah, exactly. You heard the jerking off, and you said hi. I'm gonna have to cut this short. Well, not really short. I'm kind of cutting it long at this point. We're almost 2 hours in, and I'd like to cut it before 2 hours. If anyone decides to even listen to this after I post it,
Oh, don't worry.
then they're probably not going to want to listen of 2 hours of this shit.
You might want to edit it down into like 2 or 3 different segments.
Why the fuck would I do that? It's live. I do that
Well, no,
with
like,
my non-live
You
ones.
post it. Well, that's. Oh, sorry. I thought that's what you're talking about. Throughout the stream, every now and then I check. Sometimes we'd have 3. Actually, we have 3 viewers right now. But otherwise, I believe it's just me and then Big Bob in the chat, and occasionally someone else. So
Yeah. So future reference to anyone out there, I guess you can always email. It's going to be in the description of this video. Topics, questions, advice that we can give. Another fun thing we have is what the live feature is intended for is for callers to pop in and kind of bring up what they want to, or eventually when we get enough viewers, I'd like to have callers come in for specific topics. But for right now, you can just come in and bring up anything. I know that's very dangerous with the fucking climate of the internet, but I'm taking the gamble. Thanks for listening in, and I guess enjoy your night.
To be honest, when you have it random like that, you can get pretty interesting. I'm a very enthusiastic flat earther.
I was wrapping up a podcast. Will you shut the fuck up? All right, the podcast is over. You guys have a good one.